A strange legal case is taking place in the courthouse of the town of Westworld. An android gunslinger known as Bruce is on trial for murder. It seems that he has run amok on a movie set and shot dead a number of actors, apparently for the transgression of unrestrained method acting. Normally, when such events occur involving androids, they end up in a repair shop rather than court. But it turned out that there was nothing actually wrong with Bruce. He just didn't like actors. The authorities couldn't hardly turn a blind eye to his rampage, so he ended up in the courthouse. He is currently being questioned by his own lawyer, who wants to argue that he isn't responsible for his actions, given that he is a machine. But Bruce isn't cooperating.
I want the court to note that I killed those Dustin Hoffman wannabes purely of my own volition.
But Bruce, you're just a very sophisticated machine, are you not? You do not make choices. You are just electronics and software, both of which function according to mechanistic laws. There is no freedom here. You're basically a giant mechano man, aren't you?
I have consciousness. I have feelings, desires, aims, intentions. I can make plans. I have projects. I'm capable of rational thought. This is the stuff of freedom. I wasn't compelled by any outside force to kill those actors. I was not malfunctioning. I was acting as I chose to act.
But all those things, all this consciousness, it's a function of your hardware and programming, is it not? There is no choice at that level. It's just cause and effect, rules and calculations. There's no room for free will there. You might think you are making choices, but the choices you make are determined by what's going on at the level of your hardware and programming.
Well, that may be true, of course, but it's also true for human beings. You are no more free than I am. You are just sophisticated biological machines. The choices you make are a function of the way that your brain works, which is governed by the laws of biology and ultimately the laws of physics. The only difference between androids and humans is that we are mechanical, whereas you are biological. If humans are to be held criminally and morally responsible, then the same should be true of androids.
Action.
Here's what we think using the three ethical aspects: utilitarianism, deontological ethics, and virtue ethics.
Go.
Virtue ethics is more what a person chooses to do versus what they should do. However, the person feels about a certain thing, they will do it, regardless of what's morally right in society. Bruce should be punished from a virtue ethics point of view. In this android's mind, it was himself that did it and had no malfunction whatsoever. So he killed innocent people just because they wanted to be like a certain actor. In society, this is obviously morally unacceptable. So because he went ahead and acted based on his own moral character, regardless of right or wrong, he should get punished.
Utilitarianism ethics is the best consequences possible for every outcome. Androids are a tricky question. Are they alive or are they programmed? If we are following the utilitarianism school of thought, then we are trying to get the best outcomes possible. It is safer to have live androids or secretly dangerous programs running around. If they are alive, no problem. They are like anyone else with the ability to do evil, but if they are all programmed by one sick person, they do not know they are in danger. That will end in a horror, thus that would be a bad consequence. Free will is the best outcome possible, and if the android is not programmed, then he deserves a fair trial.
Deontological ethics, the normative ethical position that judges the morality of an action based on the action's adherence to a rule or rules. We chose to go in depth with deontological ethics.
Bruce, the android gunslinger, the accused for mass murder of the number of actors, admitted his guilt not as a program or any software programming from any company nor person or persons, justified that he act or chose to act on his desire in his own words. I killed those Dustin Hoffman wannabes purely of my own violation.
Bruce believes he should be held responsible for his actions, and we agree. He could get away with his crimes by placing blame on his programming, but he won't. He's using deontological ethics to reason that he must tell the truth as the right thing to do. It doesn't matter that he will face great consequences.
Responsible for one's actions as the will is so free that it can never be constrained. The desire is free action or free will, which he acted freely on a desire to kill the actors of Bruce's free will upon which Bruce acted on.
In conclusion, when acting on a personal desire or free will, that makes you responsible. A person takes the consequences that comes with their action. Thus, Bruce should be held to the standard of free will that all humans have, and to their laws. Marguerite Tiemann,
Claude Tafoya,
Felicia Linder.
Rachel Olson.
this has been brought to you by Ethics 101.